Hey, what's up everybody? Lawler here with more Rocket League news. We've got the September content update patch notes officially out, so we're going to be reviewing those today. Also, in a quick update, tomorrow's video ahead of time will be kind of my first impressions. I have yet to boot up the game. I haven't looked at any of the things that go into it. I do already know there's a lot of frustrations coming with the fact that there's so many people trying to link their Epic Games account to link and get their free items and stuff. So I'll be covering that in tomorrow's video, but today's video is going to be all the focus on the patch notes. As always, if you guys enjoy the content, make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, as well as making sure to hit subscribe. If you guys want to support me directly, easiest way to do so down below is all my social medias. Make sure you guys go give those a like and follow as well as content creator code LAWL now. If you want to put that into the store when you're buying credits, that'll support me directly as well, which is greatly appreciated. But if you guys do have any questions or comments or any of that kind of stuff, drop those down below and I'll do my best to either do a follow-up video or get back to you at some point. If you guys didn't see it, Rocket League ended up putting out a post today on Twitter saying that the patch notes for the September update are officially out. As usual, anytime they put out an update, they put out the official patch notes, which detail all the specifics that are covered here in the update. So today's video, we're just going to go over that, kind of figure that all out, and kind of just see our initial thoughts on it. And then again, tomorrow's video is going to be me actually booting up the game, going step by step, what's new about it, the new menus, all the new features, and then we'll probably do that again on the 23rd next Wednesday when the game actually goes free to play, because there will be some new differences in that as well. So with that said, basically talks about how it's version 1.79 and it is for all platforms, PlayStation 4, Steam, Switch, and Xbox One. So the big headlines that are in the patch notes is the fact that the Epic Games account linking and cross-platform progression are now available. So if you do have multiple accounts over the course of multiple different games, you can link those all to an Epic Games account, which they require you or ask you to do right at the beginning. You do need to do this in order to get free items, because they don't know how to associate your friends list and stuff if you don't do this. I will say right now, there's a lot of people frustrated with this because they just simply can't do it. There are hundreds of thousands of people all trying to do this at the exact same time, so their servers are getting bogged down. It will clear up over time. They're working on it. They've already put tweets and stuff out about it. Also, the other cool feature is because the game has gone free to play, you no longer need online play for Nintendo Switch in order to play. And then there is a bunch of menu and UI changes with that as well. They feel kind of weird. The biggest one that I've seen everybody talk about when I popped into some other people's streams is that the free play option is not super easy to find. Like, there is no just training button that you can go straight into, which I think is kind of weird. I do wish they had that rather than having to go into play and then finding it. I think the fact that they've removed the quick play option as well as the fast access to training options, I think is kind of a big hit, something that they need to do. And then obviously that they added the new preset for the Merc. Going into more of the specifics for the Epic Games account and the cross-platform progression, states that you can now link each platform you play Rocket League to a single Epic Games account to share progression, inventory, Rocket Pass progress, competitive rank, and more everywhere you play. With that said, they do have the new ranks out and some of the new stuff is being implemented, but you can't technically actually further progress or purchase these things. These will not become available till the 23rd at the earliest. There is, again, as a reiteration, a lot of people having frustration with this and are having difficulties linking their accounts in the first place, and it's just because there's so many people trying to do it at the same point. For progression data, you will select a primary platform to progress everywhere. If you're level 1000 and Champion 2 on PC, and level 500 and Diamond 3 on your console, you'll want to pick your PC profile as primary. So it doesn't look like things are going to merge. It's just going to give you the highest achieved one out of all your platforms. So pick the one that you're most comfortable with. Or if you played a bunch on Xbox and now you're just starting on PC, pick PC if it's going to be your primary. You'll just have to make back those levels over time. They do recommend linking all of your accounts at the exact same time, just so you can make the proper choice on which one, because it should list, well, this one's this one, this one's this one. Make sure you go with the right one. Also, if you link any of your pre-existing accounts, whether it be on Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, to the Epic Games account, you will get the Chopper EG wheels. Rocket ID has also been replaced by Epic Friends, and obviously there's been a ton of jokes already made about the fact of, I don't even have normal friends. How am I supposed to get Epic Friends? Blah, blah, blah. So we're going to just skip that. But this is for cross-platform play. As usual, Rocket ID friends will automatically convert into Epic Friends on your first login. So if you do have a bunch of friends in your friends list, those will transfer over and it'll link them correctly, which is good. Obviously, I have a ton of friends on Steam from having to do casting and inviting pros and all that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of complication with that for future tournaments for my sake. But again, trying to merge these things together and make it all in one is just kind of nice. Cool thing though is it does separate it by displaying both your platform friends and your Epic Games friends in one panel as a one-stop shop. When it comes to those who are playing right now, obviously we are all the ones that have purchased the game early, hence having this content out, and free to play isn't for another week. This is now putting us in legacy status. And what that basically means is you are a person who has purchased the game before it has gone free to play within a 2-week window. If you have played it before the free to play update was released, you have legacy status. Simple as that. This includes special loyalty items, including a boost, a wheel, a banner, and a special title that commemorates the year your account was created. Also, something a little bit cool is that for anybody who is in a legacy status, do get special legacy quality items of every common item available before the free-to-play changeover, as well as access to non-licensed DLC. Also, for trading, you now are required to have an Epic Games account, which makes sense with the adjustment to the Rocket ID. Also, players trading with another player now requires both accounts to have purchased at least 500 credits or equivalent, whether it be on the esports shop or the starter packs or whatever it is. And this is to deter fraud. They don't want people making a brand new account and then being able to trade right away. They want you to have some sort of commitment to this account first. They do also add a caveat to this, basically stating that anybody who has a legacy status, because you've had the game for X period amount of time and have purchased the game for $20, you are exempt from this requirement. Also, because there is going to be a lot of new players coming in, they have added what is called the new player experience. And this is the updates for not only a new intro cinematic and kind of special guidance with people into the menus, but also the kind of challenges that come with it. There's a new player experience challenges that are like, go into the tutorial, do this, do that. Really simple things that get people pretty much caught up with the very basics of the game. And then at level 10, they can get into competitive playlists, as well as getting opened up to the challenge system at its full capacity. Right now, they are transitioning things over and trying to get everybody into the free-to-play status. So right now, the tournament system does function, but a lot of things like the Psionic sponsored events do not exist yet. Right now, they're just trying to make sure that things run smoothly, and what better way to run the tournament system and test the tournament system with the already pre-existing player base. As some of the features, the tournament system has been redesigned and now offers a competitive tournament system at set times per day for every region. Obviously, you can still sign up with the full party, but you also have the ability to queue solo if you'd like to as well, and it'll match you with other people in similar rank. Mixed rank parties will place in a tournament based on the highest player rank. So if you are Champ 3 and you pair with somebody who is Diamond 1, you all are going to compete at a Champ 3 tournament. They do recommend obviously playing at your skill level even if you lose, because the rewards that you do obtain are better the higher rank that you are. Should incentivize you to grind and get better. Teams knocked out of the tournament in the first round as well, and I've talked about this and a lot of these features in my tournament video, which I'll make sure to link again down in the description. But basically, if you get knocked out in the first round, you then go into a last chance kind of bracket against other people who are also first rounded and basically have another chance to go through in that as well. You can also earn rewards over the course of the season by defeating opponents of similar skill, and this is what it talks about in your highest placed tournament. So if you play in 3 diamond tournaments and you get first, second, and fourth, then those placements you can continue to try to push until you get first in every single one. And once you get a first place finish in all of your tournaments of the exact same ranking, you actually will earn a title, not only for getting good placement, but also a colored title if you end up getting first across all. More details on that can again be found in the link in that description down below. Also, in tomorrow's video, I'll be showing some of the things that you can possibly earn from these tournaments. And there's some pretty cool black market gold explosions and some other things. So make sure you guys tune into tomorrow's video for kind of an in-depth look of what's actually in the game. This is kind of just part 1 of the 2 things that I want to cover. Players are also still able to host their own tournaments for community tournaments, which I'll probably be doing over on my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Lawler. Come join us. But the big benefit to this one is if we get knocked out. So if I host a tournament and get knocked out early, I still have the ability to spectate the matches now. This was a big bug that happened in the previous tournament system and is a welcome addition for a lot of us who do stream and create content. Also, the menu has gotten an overhaul, as they mentioned, and has been streamlined to reduce the number of buttons and better organized features. And it does look weird, initial looks at it, and we'll again jump into this tomorrow, but the new menu is going to take some time to get used to. There's also a sub menu for the modes, and they're all grouped into cards instead of tabs. So what they basically mean is when you go into the play online option, and then it's got a drop down with cascading menus, now it basically pops up and it's got like a 2x2 window, and it's really weird. It kind of just overlays over the top. Again, tune into tomorrow's video. It's gonna be a different look. Also, the extras tab that in the past was used for like redeeming codes is now actually in your options menu. So if you're in game and you go to start and you kind of scroll through your camera and audio and all that stuff, at the very end is actually where you find your extras now. Other general changes and updates, there is some item changes. Many items form classified as common or unknown or higher and must be attained via drops by new players. So a lot of the items that people got from just playing the game regularly are now being classified in the kind of tournaments or drop system. So by doing challenges, you get those little like crate packages things, and when you open them up, you have a chance to get an item. That is going to be your main way to obtain common items now. Also, kind of a cool thing for us legacy players is if there was any that you did not unlock, you will be getting a legacy quality item for all of them if you do not have them. So kind of a cool concept there. Some cross-promotional items have also been marked as legacy and can no longer be attained by new accounts. What these are specifically, we'll have to take a look. In tomorrow's video, I'll make sure to categorize my items by legacy and kind of show you what I mean by that. Also, the support a creator function is now in there. So if you have a creator code, mine is LAWL or LAWL if you guys want to pop that in. If you go into the item shop on the very top right, you can actually click a button that allows you to put in somebody's creator code. Greatly appreciate it if you guys would put mine in. It gives me a 5% kickback on any purchases and would greatly help me out. Also, the default settings have been changed to hopefully make it a little bit easier for those that are brand new coming into the game. By default, when you play the game of Rocket League, a lot of buttons are controlled on your right hand, whether it be drifting, air rolls, boost, jump. Like, there's so many things that are dedicated to your right hand. So by default, they are transitioning that and moving some stuff over to the left-hand side in your bumper to make it a little bit easier. They do still give you the ability to change what your default is, whether you want to go back to legacy, which is what we use now as default, your custom bindings, and as well get rid of voice chat. Me and Lethmir actually on stream the other day used voice chat to communicate, and it was horrible. It did not go well. I already talked about this at the very beginning, but they have also added a new hitbox for the Merc. It is now taller and narrower than other hitboxes, so it'll be interesting to see. We'll have to experiment with this one a little bit. Also, everybody's favorite feature, there's new quick chats coming in. Virtuoso has already joked about how every single one of his quick chats has been changed to bumping. I think faking is going to be used a lot. There should be some pretty nice ones. I think passing is actually really important. And then there's some also nice ones for compliments with nice bump and nice demo. Update for keyboard and mouse players, or just keyboard players. The new keyboard aerial safety feature settings prevents keyboard and mouse players from pitching down in the air while holding throttle, which is W, because that's to accelerate while also moving the car up and down until other inputs are recognized. So this is basically kind of like a fail-safe to where for a lot of players when they go and they jump and do like a quick aerial, because you're trying to accelerate forward, you also lean down when you jump initially. So that's kind of a cool concept for them to put in, basically like a fail-safe for people that have that issue. This can be disabled in the options though. I assume people like Fruity and Yukio are going to go do that immediately. DirectX is no longer supported. The level 700 Supersonic Legend title, because that is the new rank, is being changed and it is now Legendary Nemesis. Heatseeker is available in private and local matches, and solo standard is no longer available. As for general bug fixes, they fixed a bug preventing offending chat text being displayed from when an account is banned. Additional performance optimizations because some of the goal explosions do chunk pretty heavily, this one being the gravity bomb. Rebooting the game will no longer put the player on their oldest car preset, which is kind of just a nice quality of life thing. And tournament creators can now spectate matches as we talked about earlier. So a whole lot in this update, and this is basically kind of an early test. With obviously all the players coming in and an influx of players trying to switch over to the Epic Games account, it is better to put these features out, get the current player base handled, and then finally deal with the staggering player base as they start to come in the free-to-play bump as well. This should provide a little bit more stability, and yes, it is frustrating right now with trying to link your account currently, but ultimately it should smooth things out long-term, so I do get them doing it. Plus it gives us a little bit to talk and bite down on, because a lot of us have been waiting for all this stuff to come out. So early development here for Rocket League and what's coming to be, but it should be exciting stuff as we move forward. Again, I'm just really excited to kind of sink my teeth into the whole tournament system when they start doing Sonic sponsored events and earn some items and give me a reason to grind. Also, now that I'm reset back down to GC1, I've got some reason to climb in that as well, so it should be exciting. But a whole lot covered here, but I'm curious to hear what is your guys' favorite feature. Let me know in the comments down below. What thing are you guys looking forward to the most? Don't forget, tomorrow's video is going to be me detailing all the things in game, me setting up my account, showing you the new legacy features, what the new items and everything look like. This will be a kind of a compare and contrast, but that'll be tomorrow's video. Make sure to tune into that one. Also, I'd greatly appreciate it if you guys drop any comments, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and use content creator code LAWL in your item shop, as I would greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.